Welcome back to Surviving with Shoeler. This is episode 16.
Villager news. Breaking news! Local YouTuber Shoeler falls to his death from custom-made bridge. Villager number 9 is on the scene. Thank you, Villager number 4. I'm out at the base of the bridge. As you can see, there's quite a crowd mourning the loss of Shoeler's death. Back to you in the studio, Villager number 4. Oh, that's sad. In other news, zombie villagers, friend or foe? Wait, I'm just now getting word that there's been an update on the story. Back to Villager number 9 on the scene. So, you're not dead.
No, I'm not. There's infinite lives.
What does this tell us about the inevitable fate of villagers after we die? Will we respawn? Shoeler? Shoeler?
They're all dead. They're all gone, every last one. Shoeler. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're definitely invincible. Go. Anyways, welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to be doing a chores episode. So every once in a while, instead of doing one big cool thing, I do an episode where I do just a bunch of cool small things. And that's what we're doing today. So we're gonna build a stable, we're gonna do some terraforming and stuff, some decorating, some other things. We'll get to it later. First though, I want to show off some of the things that I've done in between episodes because contrary to popular belief, I've been busy on this world. So number one, I finished this pathway. So now the pathway goes all the way through the village, connecting it all up. And that makes some very clear areas where we can put some like buildings and stuff. Second, I did some decorating towards this river. So I just put in some trees and stuff. I really like these designs that, you know, they're like small and simple and I just like them a lot. And then, you know, I put in some bushes and stuff and it just looks cool. Third, I did more work on like this road, adding in some like benches and stuff. And then like there's like some decorations outside of the apartment and stuff. Pretty cool. And then fourth, I actually finished Woolies. So I put some decorations over here, just some like graffiti and, you know, just like barrels and crates and stuff over here. And then there's this manhole that enters into the inner workings of the farm. And so I added this like little dropper tower over here. It keeps breaking for some reason. I don't know why, but you know, if I just do this, then, you know, it'll send it all up there. And then all the wool flows into this chest. And then, you know, I just manually put it into all of these things. And then up here on the second floor, a bunch of people left comments on like recommendations of what I could do. And so we made like a little like seamstress room type thing. So like, you know, I got some sewing machines and like little mannequins of stuff. And I think it looks pretty cool. I'm very happy with this. And then on the top floor, we just have like beds and stuff for everyone who works here. And this is also a pretty cool room. I like it a lot. And then the fifth and final thing that I did is I just got a bunch of rabbits and I've started breeding them here. So in VOO's forest on the Hermitcraft server, he just has a bunch of rabbits and like, you know, they're supposed to look like squirrels or like little rodents running around and stuff. So I'm just doing the same thing, taking a page out of his book and it's ridiculous. But I'll release them eventually and then it'll be cool. Oh, did I say you could leave? Back in your hole, little guy. So we're gonna get straight into the video and make a stable right here. And while I'm grabbing these like blocks to make the stable, I just want to say we are 4 minutes into the video already, and if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? But like seriously though, I'm just saying, if you're watching this far into this video, not even just this video, like any video, and you're like not subscribed, like what are you doing? You're like actively damaging yourself. So subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment if you're already subscribed, you know? So I usually just kind of like build things and give like a very basic level of like description of what I'm actually building. So today, at least for this build, I'm gonna try something new and I'm gonna like take you through every single step of the process, and then I hope that can at least be a little bit helpful. So we're gonna make a stable right here, and even crazier, we're gonna make it on an angle. So first, I just want to show off, we have a little gradient of blocks like this. Gradients are like a very good way to, you know, make builds because it just makes your eyes go upwards. It can also make it look like, you know, maybe there's like some weathering towards the bottom. And then we're gonna use a combination of spruce planks and mud bricks for the roof. And, you know, I'm kind of going for like this wood and stone feel to kind of make it seem like a cheap old rundown kind of stable, you know? So first, let's just get a quick sketch of like what we're gonna go for. Okay, there we go. So we have, you know, it's just a rectangle, but it's just on its side. And like if it were flat, it would just be like this, 5 by 7. So over here, we do the same thing. We go 5 by 7, except we just go like diagonally. Point is, diagonals are a lot easier than you think. So next we're gonna get like a feel for how tall we want this to be. So I want it to kind of go like this, and then it will slope down because we're gonna have a roof. And then we're gonna do like a thing like this because, you know, it's a stable and we gotta have like our, you know, horses and stuff get in here. So now we can begin texturing. So I'm just gonna start with the darkest block, which is the acacia log, and I'm just gonna make little areas like this. I'm generally kind of keeping the acacia logs, you know, kind of towards the bottom. But, you know, it's okay for them to not be at the bottom sometimes. Like, I'm not technically doing, like, an accurate gradient because, you know, I'm swapping these blocks around and stuff. But you can still tell that it's meant to be a gradient, and that's why it looks good. So we'll just add in the andesite, and then there we go. We got a wall completely textured. Just duplicate this idea to all the other walls, and now we can move on to the roof. So the roof is going to be very simple. We're just going to have, you know, blocks like this, and then they'll all come across this way, and then we'll just fill in the blanks with slabs like that. So in a lot of stables, you actually kind of see that they don't have any lighting in there, but they do have like openings in the roofs so that, you know, sunlight can get in and provide like light to the horses and stuff. So we're going to do our best to kind of mimic that idea, and then we'll put like a little roof on top of that like this. Use some trapdoors for some more complex shapes. And then there we go. That looks pretty good. Next, I'm just going to add some like simple texturing like this. So the addition of those mud blocks just made the roof, I think, a whole lot more interesting. So now we're just going to do some finishing touches, like smoothing out this like roof in here just by, you know, using the same block. We'll actually extend this little fence down here. Add in some trapdoors like this, some more over here, and then some to like act as the little gates. So these do work because the horses can jump over these, but also they don't think that they can do it because they think that these two top ones are just like full blocks. If you're emulating this, don't worry about them escaping. And then we'll also change out the ground on the inside to just kind of make it look, you know, like patchy. And to do that, we'll just use some coarse dirt and some, you know, rooted dirt. And I mean, just look at that. I'm gonna take everything just, you know, one step further, and I'm gonna add like a little bit of like a little hay thing. So if you use trapdoors and signs and stuff, it kind of looks like, you know, it's like a little like thing of hay. And then here's a little gutter to add too. Maybe a little faucet, some ladders. Could put some crates over here too. And now that just looks like a super sick stable, and it like wasn't hard to make. Okay, I heard death sounds actually for a sec, so I gotta release these guys. Come on, escape. Don't die. I think there were too many of them that they were just like killing themselves. Leave! 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 Be scared of me! Go gallop! Go be free! Alright, awesome. And now all we gotta do now is just, you know, take our horse and our donkey over there, and then we're set. But there we go, dude. Look at those stables. I mean, please, try to tell me this isn't awesome. And it's just nice because, you know, small things like this just make the area feel so much more immersive. And so I'm just very glad that we, you know, went out and made this. I might need to change my food source because these guys are a little annoying. But that doesn't matter right now because I have an announcement. I have a Cameo account. If you want, you can purchase a funny video from me for just about $2, and all of the money will go to the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. The last time I showed the receipts of like what we've donated was in episode 10, I think, so I'm gonna show it right now. So if my math is correct, we raised $27.30, and that's freaking awesome. I'm very glad to know that I have a community of people who are very willing to support, you know, this charity thing that I'm doing, even though they're just getting videos like this. Pizza. Yum! I'm going to continue doing Cameo for charity for the foreseeable future, so if you want to buy a video, just make sure that you buy it through the website, not through the app. It's just about $2, and, you know, keep it clean-ish. And back to Minecraft. Back to real life. 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 Back to Minecraft. Okay, fine. Back to real life. Back to Minecraft. The next thing on our to-do list is terraforming. Now, eventually, I'd like to have a very busy city street right here, But the land is it's just too tall and it's too bumpy. So we're gonna fix that. I'm not entirely sure what my plan is or how I want it to look in the end, but I just know that I want to flatten it out a little bit, make some cool little terrain things, and we'll see how big it is. I mean, we got a large area to work with, and like I want the land to go all the way to this river at least. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't see any other way to do this other than a time lapse. So let's hit it. So while this time lapse is going on, I want to talk a little bit about villager news, which was the intro that I did in the beginning. If you didn't get the reference, search up villager news and watch every single one. I remember really loving them when I was a kid, and when I was planning for this intro, I looked back to get some inspiration, and like, they still hold up. They are still really funny. I mean, if you watch the most recent Minecraft Live, which by the way, I'll say it, cool update, but like they were a part of it, and I saw that and I was like, this is awesome. My intro's topical now. But like 10 years ago, they did this parody of the song 500 Miles and they called it 500 Chunks. And I remember seeing that video when I was a kid and I was like, this is so freaking amazing. So I made my own version.
When I go poop, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who poops right next to you.
For anyone who's been watching, my channel long enough, you might know that this isn't my first series. I've been doing YouTube for a bit now, and I have a bunch of stupid videos that are now all unlisted. But even though they're stupid, they're not like controversial. I wasn't a bad person when I was younger. I was just, cringe. Pretty much without fail, every single video that I made, the punchline was poop. The punchline was fart or something like that. I was that kind of kid. And as much as I want to like look back at these old videos and go like, oh, I was so cringe. I was such a stupid kid. Like, at least I wasn't a follower of Andrew Tate. But yeah, there's my dark past revealed. I made poop videos. For the most part, all of the videos are unlisted or private, but I might show some snippets here and there. But yeah, villager news, freaking awesome. Shout out to Element Animations. Okay, so I stayed up a little too late doing this terraforming, and like, it doesn't even look cool. But I just had a turkey ciabatta sandwich and a strawberry banana smoothie and a chocolate chip cookie. So needless to say, my blood sugar has spiked, and with like 5 hours of sleep, I don't know what's gonna happen. I think I might fall asleep at the wheel. But here it is. Here's the terraforming. It's pretty simple. I just wanted to do something, like really, 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 really simple. Because, I want this place to be, like bumpy and stuff. Like, that's what makes terrain look cool. But also, like, I'm gonna be building buildings on here, so I just need it to be flat in like the correct areas. So as you can see, we got like a little path line kind of lined out. So this city street is gonna come this way and then kind of go this way and I guess fade out. And then I want it to go down this hill, and then we'll have like some sort of city center down here, and then that'll be pretty cool. So here we are on top of the roof. It's pretty simple, very flat over here, but then it kind of smooths out in either which direction. And I'd say that this is pretty what am I doing up here? So obviously, this whole area that we made is not, the most beautiful thing. It's not too cool. More importantly, it's not gonna make a good thumbnail. And so I have this cool idea, and don't get angry. I don't like Disney. Okay, I do not support Disney or anything that they're doing, but I have gone to Disneyland, specifically Star Wars Land, and that place is pretty freaking cool. I don't know like what canonical Star Wars planet it is, but in Star Wars Land, basically you're like in this canyon type thing, and like you can see off in the distance like a bunch of like cliffs and stuff, and I'm telling you, it is like the most immersive thing ever. I thought that I was Star Wars, but I wanted to do something like that over here by basically like as we get closer to the river, the land is gonna slowly start raising up, putting us into like a little canyon type thing, and then we'll have like, we'll put up spires and stuff. I don't know how much time I have to like make all of this, so We might make some spires. We might just make like the little, rising canyon thing. We'll see. But I'm going to get to work on that. And I really hope that it turns out well, because I'm just going to eyeball this. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. The terrain! So obviously, I'll say this out of the gate, there are no spires. It's just these 2 mounds. That's all I really did. That's just because these took way too much time. See, I freehand my terrain, meaning that like, I just build it in survival and I just keep editing it until I'm like, oh yeah, that's good. Which is fun, and I like doing that, but like it's just very time consuming. So this is all I have done, and it only really looks good from this specific angle because, if you move too far to any side, you'll see that it's just very unfinished. Even though this terraforming project is already huge, and already took so many hours of my time, this is only going to be like 1% of this project I'm working on. Like, obviously we have the river over here, and so we need to like kind of cut these off, like put them down to the floor. But then we're just going to continue, like having these big like cliff walls on the other side of the river. And pretty much like all over here, I just want walls covering, every single direction. And then, we'll obviously have the spires coming up, and it'll look cool, but it will take a lot of time. But yeah, I'm super happy with these. I think that they are a great start to this project. And I think it kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of like what I'm going for in the future. One thing I'll point out, obviously one side has trees and one side doesn't. And this is just because I'm not like too sure how I want to like go about putting trees on this, because I don't want to dwarf the cliffs at all, but I don't want them to seem too bare. It's like a fine line. So I think I might just lessen the amount of trees and make them a little smaller. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. But with that complete, I don't really think that we have time to do anything else now. I know I said that I'd do more, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. That took a lot of time. Hopefully in future episodes, we can kind of get like this area complete and fill out all of these gaps with like cool buildings and stuff so that we can start working over there. But we'll just have to see. But before we can do anything else, we need to add someone to the love garden. And this addition is kind of like a little freaking crazy, a little surreal. Today we are adding in Sane Strawberry. That's Sane_STRX Berry on Instagram. I'll put a little @ But basically they made some like fan art for me, and it's like, what? I mean, just like, look at how cool they made me look. It's just, I don't know. It's just surreal, and it's really awesome. And thank you so much for making fan art. That's like the coolest thing ever. I think I might maybe add like a little room where I can put paintings with fan art or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I just want to thank you, Sane Strawberry, and everyone. Go to their Instagram right now and give them a follow and like every single one of their posts and leave a comment with, some level of insight, and then create another Instagram account, follow them again, and just be active on both of those accounts so that they don't have like dead followers or anything. But go follow them. It's so sick. Thank you so much. That's just so freaking cool. My only critique with their art at all is that they just made me look a little too cool. It kind of makes me go like, oh, man, I wish I looked that cool in real life. But I get it. I understand. Just thank you so much again, Sane Strawberry. Again, everyone go follow them. Check out their art. They're so good at what they do. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope that you all enjoyed it. Oh, if you made it this far in the video, comment French toast. Friendly reminder, I am posting every 2 weeks, so make sure that you subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like. I'm posting all the time. I'm taking your constructive criticism and all that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you have a good rest of your day. See you later.